Everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design, and I'm starting a new journal. This is the cover. The inside's probably done. I don't know, but I'll probably do something on the outside. But anyway, that's the cover. And I just have a single signature here. It's not too big. My big project then for today was the grunge flashcard journal I made a little while ago. Had grungy paint on the inside. And that was an awful lot of fun. So I thought about kind of doing that again, except this, obviously isn't so grungy vintage looking, which was my intention. I just thought of doing more like colors and not necessarily grunge, but, I don't know, stripes. I've got a few of these dumb old foam stamp things. I don't know. Wavy borders. I brought the spools up again. So I'm just gonna paint here and there, random, kind of like I did on the grunge thing. Well, here's a nice blank page. It was faced this, so blue, a lighter blue, and I did actually write down what order these pages go in, so I don't have to worry about it. And there's a dog milling behind me, trying to get comfy. So what do we want on this one? Well, since this is more blotchy, maybe something a little more realistic looking, like as real as something like this can get. And what about maybe a center? How about orange? And where I brought just a beat up piece of paper here to stamp off, so to speak. And I'm not going to try to make this look perfect by any means. I want it to look stampy. Yeah, this is going to take a while to get paint on this. It's big. And I have used this stuff before, but not in journals. I think I used this on the cover of a journal once. But otherwise, it was more clowning around, even for kids to use. Oh, I did use it on mock, if you will, jelly printing. When that got really big, of course, mine doesn't have anything. I'm always saying, I don't have this, I don't have that. I don't have a jelly plate or anything. So I tried doing it, which you can do. I've seen it. It's on a plastic. Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, I like that. Do we like? Fun. Of course, I will wash this. You go dry. Those box plastic picture frames. Take that other way. I use that as like the plate, and it kind of worked. Well, this video has nothing to do with that. Anyway, I did use those on that. Well, this kind of matches, but do we want more? More is always better. Do something. How about the circle things? And yes, I just got the same blue here. Let me pad that up a little underneath, and it should stamp better than. Yeah, that's cute. Paint is wet. Well, most paint is wet, Diane. Thin, runny, wet. Alright, I'm going to overdo. I will wash that too, but not right now. Alright, now you have to dry. Yeah, this is going to be another you dry and you dry. I'm going to have to come back. I could color that in. Maybe I should let the new owner do that, huh? Maybe we'll gesso this out. As long as that's handy. Okay, good enough. I'm already running out of room. Yeah. All right. Drip on here. Well, that definitely could get something on it. Let me just try kind of a bordery thing. What color? Well, this, yeah, now that I set it aside, this is what it would be facing. Maybe yellowish, something-ish. Yeah, there's no, I didn't really point that out. This doesn't really have a theme other than kind of fun, painty, bright. How's that for a description? What about, I'm looking for a scrap paper, just a minute. If I lead a paper over, that's preferably straight. That's kind of neat. And if it looks a little grungy, that's okay. All right, that's good. And I think I will come back when that's dry and then marker a solid border around it, or dots or something. All right, you're fine. You're fine. Now what do you want? I don't know. Maybe some white to kind of match what's going on over here. But white what? Well, you know, this is plants and stuff. What about one of those leaves? And if we just do sort of like off. Let's give that a go. I'm gonna run out of room. Oh, just got a pocket on the back. Alright, let's try that. I have no idea. I mean, paper's paper, but it is coffee dyed. Is that going to matter in any way? Find out. Alright, I'm not making total solid coverage there. It's interesting. Actually, that's kind of cool. What about another one coming off this way? And I was smart enough not to put my brush down in the water. I give her a point for thinking of that. Come on the table, counter. Yeah, actually I like that. What do you guys think? I like that very much. I'm going to do it in my own journal. Alright, you find a place to dry. And yeah, I got a little paint here. Okay. Alright, what about you? What? Oh, that was the coffee dye would be over here. What about just kind of a wash of color? Maybe a pinkish. I've got gesso on my fingers. That's what I got. Not that this is girly, but there's a lot of pink on the cover. So there's a couple pages that have some pink. That's more than a wash, Diane. It's kind of cool. And no, this paper is not designed to take water, but it is now. And actually, a lot of journal people like the kind of wrinkly, crinkly paper, and we may get that with this when it dries. I don't know. I think I like that. I'm gonna leave that. All right. This one, maybe I'll put paper or something over that. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. You're okay. Yeah, just so we're paper. I think we'll paper that. Alright, you could use something, maybe yellowies, goldies, and the same thing. This is thinner scrapbook paper, see? As you can see, because now you can read right through it. This is not designed to take water at all. It's a very, you can't tell there, but that's a very watercolory map paper. Actually, it's pretty cool. It's a cheapy Hobby Lobby. It's even the 8.5 by 11. It's not even a 12 thing. 12-inch paper is what I mean. And what if we do some kind of blot stuff here? Actually, you're getting the paper underneath what? Here, you guys wait there a minute. Wait your turn. Well, this definitely is more of a grunge look. What about a darker pinky border or something like that? Or circles? Is that getting to be too much? I don't know. And you know, there's really no harm in doing anything like this. One, these pages aren't bound into a journal. I can always take, just get a new page. And two, I can cover it over with paper or whatever. I will say junk journaling is kind of, maker user friendly, because you can always just cover over stuff. It's, not a lot of stress with it that way, which is kind of neat, isn't it? It's okay. It's not sensational, or I'm not gonna write home about it, but I kind of like it. I like the color at any rate. I could do the same thing. Take a black marker and kind of edge it, and then that'll kind of sharpen that up, so to speak, class it up a little. Oh, a couple spatters. Alright, that's kind of fun. And let's see where those other two go. Here. Could use something. Do we want to do more circles? Would that be too... I was going to say too much, too annoying, but actually if I just put a couple near them, that would be kind of cool. But what color? Those are red. Under normal circumstances I might go green, but I don't want it to look like Christmas. Well, blue. Blue would be nice. Nice blue. Here's one. And I need a pad thing under there. You know, I never really tried to put multicolors on one of these. That could be something too. Alright. Yeah. Actually, I like that. Yeah, okay, well, I'll throw maybe one more over here. Okay, I think that's kind of cool. Like that. Alright, the last one here. That's not my dog, that's the neighbor's. There's something on here. What would be facing the inside cover? Pinkish, greenish. Well, what about a leaf? That other leaf I didn't use yet. Some oak leaf, I guess. I don't know. Pink leaves? That'd be kind of fun, but I don't know. If doing it for me, I might do that, but I don't know if the average person would think. It's a pink leaf. What are you doing? And actually, there's a tree, a big maple, a couple blocks away from me. I noticed it's getting awfully red. It's really turning. It's getting to be that time. Yeah, I don't know. I like fall, and I'm not wild about super hot summer days, but when I see like the first tree looking a little red or orange or yellow, it's like, summer, it's leaving. That's nice. Now maybe if I make a couple more not so dark, solid, more faded, however I want to describe it. Lighter, if that's a word, Diane. I think that's kind of cool. You know, I never really thought about using these things. You could just make papers out of these, couldn't you? Just stamp a bunch of like printer paper and make pages. That's a cool, actually that's a cool idea. Alright people, this obviously has to dry. I'll put it back together and see what pages, you know, were like on the opposite sides and that we didn't get to. So I will be back later. Okay, one clean bathroom later. I went and cleaned my bathroom. I'm back. And I was thinking the first page, I don't want anything too bold, just because that's kind of busy, and it is the first page. I don't know, I feel people might want to use it as a title page more, so I probably will put a scrapbook paper type label or something there, but what about a pail thing? And this is like one of two stencils I own. Let's try that. And actually, if Diane was smart, let's try it on a scrap paper, because I've never really used this one. I always use it with ink. I've never used it with paint. So let's try it before she does something she'll regret. I got this Pouncer thing. It's really old and dumb, and I don't remember the last time I used it. I have no idea. Yeah, I forgot to mention all these foam stamps are pretty old. As a matter of fact, those leaves from before, I might have had those for like 20 years. I'm not sure now, but they're old. And you're probably going to tell me you're supposed to get this sponge thing wet, right? Well, let's just try it. Oh, that's okay. It's a little, the texture of the sponge I could live without, but it's okay. Alright. Now where'd the paper go? And it just started to rain. Like, it got really dark, you know, like you have to turn lights on and it's 3:30 in the afternoon, dark. And it's like, wow, it was like a big storm or something. And it started really pouring for about 20 seconds and then it stopped. So I don't know what it's doing out there. paint on the other paper. I hope not. Chance it. That's too much. I like that. It's kind of fun. Alright, you know what? Just to be really annoying, I'm going to pause and go rinse this stuff out. I should have got a tub of water. I didn't think of that. I don't want paint drying on all this stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was gone for literally less than 2 minutes and now the sun's coming out. I don't know. Alright, you dry. Let's see, where do we want to go from here? And yeah, I'm going to go back and, you know, washi tape and add fabric and all that stuff too, so I don't want to totally overdo the paint. Well, this is kind of plain. I did like the white on there. That's kind of cool. Well, I don't know. There's somebody's car alarm out there. It's going chirp, 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 chirp. Alright, what about this thing? It's a washi tape spool. What if you like ran paint on it, around it? Would that do anything? I have no idea. Let's try white. In which case, if it looks really bad or something, you might not even notice it so much. And like I keep saying, I can paint over it or glue over it. I mean, glue paper or something over it or whatever. It's kind of neat. It's sort of messy and kind of paint wears off in a hurry. I don't know. It's a little more grunge appropriate. Well, I don't love it, but it's kind of cool. I suppose you could do the same thing with a paintbrush or something, right? And then you don't get paint all over your fingers. Well, is there something else we could do with that? Let's spatter a little pink. Let's try that. Just a little. See, and this was just to get off track a little bit. This one of the papers I said, you know, it's not designed to take water. It's fine. It's fine. No, that's okay. Definitely more of a grunge style, but it's fine. Alright, dry. Not going to do anything with that. Well, this is real plain. Oops. Well, there's a grayish bluish over here. I'm going to try to do something like that. I did bring up an expensive Pringles lid palette. I don't think I have grayish bluish. It's almost a tad purple in there too. Let's see. We'll try a little purple, blue I mean, and then purple. Yeah, actually that's pretty darn close, except like I said, there's a little tad of brown in there. Almost kind of a periwinkle. Yeah, this is a nice, well, it was at one time a nice watercolor book. I picked it up at the thrift store. It was all beat up and falling apart, but a lot of pretty pictures in it. Okay, now that we have the color, what are we going to do with it? Oh, that's too brown. What happened to my blue action? Match is okay, but it's not what I was going for. I suppose a white palette is probably better. We'll put it on with something white. How about that? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's good. The color is good. I don't know about this, what I'm doing with it. Actually, that's kind of fun. It needs something. A little bordery thing. Let's just use just a little line of purple there. It's kind of cool. All right. And like I said, keep in mind this, well, one, it's somebody else's journal. They can write on it or whatever, but I'll probably stamp and stuff on this. That type of page too. Oh, it's very plain. What do you want? What about just some cool color? It would be facing, well, not facing, but you can see some of that, so yellows and greens and stuff like that. What if we just kind of do a little more grunge action? Now this is a scrapbook paper, so it too is not designed to hold water, but it's a lot thicker than like the other one I was using. Maybe before you all go, ugh, tad of red to knock that green down. That's more than a tad. I said tad. Ooh. I said tad, and then it got on my thumb besides. Well, let's see if we can save this. Yeah, actually that's fine. It even matches pretty well, actually. Okay, that's okay. All right. Maybe just paint the edge of this. Where did that paper go here? But what? Well, it could be almost anything. The other color side, I'm trying to say, of that scrapbook paper was just kind of a gray, a real neutral. Oh, I don't know. Pick a color. I've got, you can't see it, a bin of these craft paints on my left here. Well, blue is nice. Maybe light blue though. Can we see what Diane is doing? Kind of. Do we want to see what Diane is doing? Kind of. We're not really paying that much attention, I hate to tell you. We're cleaning our bathrooms too, just keep talking. Alright, I like that. Okay. Now you're very plain, but it is dyed paper. What's on the other side of this one? Oh, nothing. Well, what about the circle business? I washed the other ones and left them down because I didn't want to get too repetitive, but I did leave this one up because I didn't use it yet. So what color do we want on this? Because these are greens, orangey, golds, and this is more blue and pink. I don't know. Well, what about this corally color? So kind of like this, and maybe it would kind of match that. I don't know. Oh, I know. Why don't we try what I said? I never really had mixed them up before. Let's try that. Why not? Yeah, I know why not, because you're going to ruin the page. And I do have a dog sleeping, kind of breathing heavily, if you hear that. It's not really snoring, but I can hear him. Oh, that's kind of neat. Two-tone effect there. I think we need to pad that up a little. It didn't get the middle so much. Actually, my paper towels are really grungy, so I'm going to use this. Yeah, that's better. Kind of fun. Ooh, I have people coming home. I better sign off. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I finished this off. You dry somewhere. And this, well, okay, let's take a marker and border that up just to give you an idea of what I was talking about. So I could draw a line, I could draw dots, I could do a dotted line. I'll just do solid. I can always add to that. And, you know, let's not get your hair in the picture as per usual. One of my dogs dropped a toy. That's what that clunk was, if you heard it. Okay, so just to give you an idea, if you could kind of remember what it looked like prior to the black line. See, that just sort of, I don't know what the word is, makes it look better. I don't really know why, but if you have something a little scraggly and then you put something more deliberate next to it, it kind of pulls it up. It looks better. At least I think so. All right. Well, you're kind of plain. I do have these. I think these are more like intended for kids, but it's alphabet foam stamps. I did pull out right. Yeah, okay. In the comments I don't get yet. What are good words to put on? Where'd my purple go? On journals, write, think, thought, memory. I don't know. So if you have great words, to stamp or something like that, let me know. And I don't want it to be super duper solid. And I don't care how they're spaced or whatever. I want them to look kind of all over the place. Could draw a dot on there if I wanted, couldn't I? Make it look like a lower. Writ. Let's see, where'd my paper go? In case I go off. It's kind of fun. I kind of like that it goes off. All right. Let's see, she's running out of room again here. All right, that's that. All right, well, I guess I have to pause again and let all this stuff dry. Hey, you know what? Just caught my eye over here. I'm going to show you this. I had this, a little piece of, it was a printout, you know, computer printer printout. And it just was a little snippet. So I just set it over here so I could stamp off on rubber stamps, and it got wet. Isn't that cool? It's neat. The ink is turning like purple and blue through it. That's cool. All right, anyway, I gotta let this stuff dry. I will be back. Okay, we're back. I put the pages back where they belong, and I think I'm kind of done painting, but I want to go through and double check that. I want to add a couple marker borders, I think, or at least one. You know, it is hard to draw a line. Yeah, I want to border that. Actually, that could use more dress up. You know, where do you stop? Because, like I said, it is a journal. People are supposed to be writing, drawing, taping in. And I am going to add washi tape fabric images. So it's kind of hard to imagine all that. You know, if all I was doing was painting, I probably would continue on. But I'm not, so like I'm not real thrilled with this page. Maybe I could border that. And then like stamp something in the middle of it maybe, or do you know, leave it alone because somebody can write there, I guess. See, like it would be cool to like put a drop shadow under these, but but this way somebody can write on it because there's no black and stuff. So I guess I won't do that. Actually, this page is fun. Isn't that kind of fun? All right, let me go back to that yellowy border thing. Okay. I think I'm gonna do just like a dotted, you know, like a stitch line. But I'm actually, believe it or not, Diane's going to do it up against a ruler. Sometimes I freehand it, sometimes I do this. But I want this to be a little straighter, nicer, because the paint is sort of, you know, uneven. So we're going to kind of counteract that. Hopefully. And yeah, so the sun came out, it was pretty nice, and now it's all cloudy again like it's going to rain. Now what can we talk about besides you're boring us with this dotted line business? I don't know. Well, I got dinner in the oven. How about that? And yeah, I don't know. I wasn't planning on filming any more of this journal. The next one you might see is a final flip through, possibly. Where's my towel here? Yeah, that's nice. You see it up close and personal. All right. What else was I thinking about? That purple page. Yeah, this one is just not, it's not cutting it for me. What about, I'll probably go through. So I could get a purple marker. I'm afraid it's going to go through. Well, yeah. Let me just draw one little tiny line. No, it didn't. Okay. All right. For some of my life, I was wrong. Fold that. easier to tell where I am. All right, but is that done? Not really. And are we sure it didn't go through? No, it didn't. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Were you surprised? It's another Eddie Izzard quote. You know what I want to do? And something more like a bordery, archy half circle thing. And that's what we're doing. But there again, you know, somebody else could do that in their own journal, right? I don't know. I guess if you want a plainer journal, you'll buy a plainer journal. Spit it out, Diane. Or if you want one that's more decorated, you'll buy one that's more decorated, right? You can't please everybody all the time. Close the gesso. I will take a vote. If you were to buy a journal, do you like them more decorated or more plain? Personally, I like them more plain because I do this kind of stuff in my journal. It's kind of fun. I should color it in. But I'm afraid if I color it in, it will go through. It's okay. All right, was that the only other one I was kind of questioning? No, I don't remember. Yeah, that's better. And then I think I'll stamp or something in there, just a little bit. Not take up the whole space, but a little bit. Is that it? Well, there's this one. Could like maybe corner punch or something like that on that. All right, leave it alone. All right, I think that's it. I might tinker a tad. And obviously, like I said, I'm going to go back and do fabric and washi and the whole 9 yards there. So, all right, that's it. That's our Painty pages for today. Thanks for joining me and have a nice day out there.